Fantastic. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning to you. Another amazing Friday morning. My name is Ayodele-Bamisaiye of Dexteritas Professional Corporation. And I'm excited to be here again this Friday morning. It's Finance Friday. And yeah, I've been coming to do this because one, I find it interesting. Because two, I believe that there's some value being delivered here. And on a weekly basis on Friday morning, I like to talk about things that affect individuals in enterprise, business owners, and their finances, whether personally or from the perspective of their business. So we've had a number of these sessions. Today, we will be talking about debt. So, dear business owner, much ado about debt, right? Much ado about debt. I happen to live in Canada, and here we, like any other country in the Western world, debt is a huge part of how we live, right? But before I go further, I want to thank everyone that in the past has said hi, has followed, has liked, has commented on these videos. Thank you very much. Has shared them. You can find these videos on Facebook. You can find them on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and as well on my very, very personal YouTube channel where nothing is happening more than this. So you can, I really appreciate you using the information, taking action more than anything else. Right. So much ado about debt. Much ado about debt. Lifted, thank you very much for joining us. Excited to have you here. Much ado about debt. Why does debt matter to you as a business owner? Well, the fact is this: as a business owner, your entire enterprise, right, has a way of interacting with your personal life, and it's in every way possible. Your business impacts your personal finances, impacts your credit score. It impacts the time you have available to spend with your family and your friends. It impacts the nature of the social life that you have. In fact, it impacts the kind of sleep that you get, right? So with that in mind, we are looking at, okay, how does debt, personal debt, interact with your ability to run your business, and what are the things that we need to think about? So first things first, is debt working for you or is it working against you? What is debt? Debt effectively is other people's money that you're using to run your business, right? Like every balance sheet has two sides: an asset side and then a liability and equity side. The asset side is where the money that you have used in your business are being utilized. So whether they are being utilized in accounts receivable, or they are being utilized in fixed assets or inventory, or it's cash in the bank, as the case may be. But all this money on the asset side, right? All this money on the asset side is funded by somewhere. And that place that we are talking about that's providing the funding is your money, which is your equity, and other people's money, which is your debt and liabilities. So other people's money actually includes accounts payable. That means that somebody has allowed you to take their services with the promise that you will pay them later in the future. Now, if you are using debt to your advantage, that means that every single dollar on the liability side of your balance sheet is actually funding assets that you are using to generate cash in your business. Let me say that again. Means that every single dollar on your balance sheet, i.e. debt, whether it is money that the business owes you, or the money that your business owes banks or credit card companies or vendors and suppliers, is being deployed in a cash generating asset, whether it's inventory or some other form of assets in your business. When you're in that kind of position, then we know that every dollar whether it's your money or other people's money in your business, is being used to generate cash. That is good. Now, when you are borrowing money and you are borrowing money to pay for expenses like travel, like meals and entertainment, non-cash generating expenses, that may not be in your interest in the long run. Hey, Simi, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Tolajimo, hello. Nature through. Okay, I didn't get that, but thank you for joining us. I'm seeing people on Instagram. That's why I'm saying hi. Okay, so these are things that you are thinking about as far as debt is concerned. So the good side of debt is that you are using it to generate cash. The bad side of debt is that it is weighing down your business. So if you are borrowing money and the money is just coming in and going out as expenses and it's not amplifying your ability to generate more cash, that money is weighing you down. Now, as a business owner, when you are this is a very common trend, a very common story that I've heard. And that's somebody who goes into enterprise and has a credit score of about 750, 800. And 2 years down the line, their credit score is around 500. And that's because they've taken all of their personal credit and they poured it into the business. And the business has not been able to generate the cash for them to pay back the debt. So the business is owing them and they are owing the banks, and the business cannot pay and therefore they cannot pay, and therefore their personal finances are in bad shape. As much as possible, that's something you want to avoid. You want to say, okay, every time I'm taking on money from other people to run my business, I need clarity. I need to be able to say, this is how much I am going to make from investing this cash. I'm going to use this cash to either get a space to operate from that allows me to generate money. I'm going to use it to hire people who are going to do work that allows me to generate money. I'm going to use it to buy inventory that I'm going to sell, which is going to generate more money. So either way, when you are borrowing money to put into your business, you are doing it with a clear view to, number one, repayment, number two, return. You're always looking to make sure that you're getting that money back. Nigerian runner, I say hello to you too. Now, these are key things that we have to think about. Now, when you are putting personal loans into your business, you always have to be conscious of the fact that there's a potential that the business may not be able to pay back, thereby jeopardizing your own personal credit. You don't want to be in that place, but it can be a reality. If you find yourself in that position, then it is important for you to talk to your lenders and make a plan that works for you to be able to pay that money back, irrespective of whether the business is able to generate the cash flow or not. If you do not make that plan, your credit score is going to continue to suffer. One of the most important things that you have as assets in the West is, number one, your ability to earn income. Number two, your ability to obtain financing. So you don't want to put yourself in a position where you are not earning income because the business is not doing well, and you are not able to obtain financing because your credit score has gone down the drain. Right? So here are a few things that we can do as far as managing debt is concerned. Number two, separate business and personal debt. Avoid mixing expenses. So as much as you want your business to pay for things on your behalf, that's why you started a business to generate more cash so that you can live a better life. As much as you want to do that, make sure that the business has the capacity to do so before you begin to load the business, right? So make sure you have a clear view of separating business debt from personal debt. If you are taking money personally to put in the business, make sure that is separate from the personal credit card that you use to buy groceries and pay for your utility bills, right? Number two, use debt for income generating activities. I think I said this much earlier. Make sure that when you borrow money, you are putting money, that borrowed money, into a place where not only will you get the money you borrowed back, but you will get more than that, so that your ability to repay is guaranteed. It is not impaired. If your ability to repay is impaired, then you have a problem. The banks don't like to lend to people who don't want to pay back. They are in business to make profit, and profit for them is interest, which means you have paid back both the money they borrowed you and their income, right? Now, another thing that you need to keep in mind is whenever you are dealing with debt and you're saying, okay, how do I get out of this situation? Make sure you are prioritizing high interest debt first. Because the way it works is your credit card debt is anywhere between 12 and 30%, right? And if you are paying that back first, that means you're going to be left with more. You're going to be eradicating the interest component faster, which is in your interest. So pay credit cards down, pay personal loans down. Those are typically the higher interest debt that you're dealing with. Lines of credits and mortgages are lower interest, right? Leverage low interest loans for business growth. So for example, you have a transaction that you want to complete. Either you have a consignment that you need to bring in and sell for Valentine's Day, right? And then you are stuck between choosing a business line of credit that has a higher interest rate or a personal line of credit that has a lower interest rate. Definitely, my advice is use the personal line of credit, but make sure you make the sales to get that money back. It's important that that is the case. Then please, I need you to be aware of business cycles, right? Liquidity is a very, very important component when it comes to managing your business. Do you have the cash flow required for you to run your business, right? So having cash, like this, the maxim goes, cash is king, right? So having the cash that you need to run your business is key at every point in time. So you are trying to, if you falling yourself into dependence on if you find yourself falling into dependence on debt, you are saying, okay, how do I start to generate the liquidity that I need to, one, pay down my debt, to improve the cash flow situation of my business? In closing, these are the things I want to draw our attention to. Number one, debt is a tool. Debt is a tool. It's a tool that you can use to turbocharge your future. However, if you use it poorly, it can destroy value, it can destroy wealth, and it can destroy your personal financial situation. So, what do I need you to do? Take some time and look into your personal situation. What's your debt situation like? From the business perspective, what's your debt situation like? And then see what are the things that you can do differently that will put you in a better position. If you see that you have significant high interest debt on the business side, and you have low interest debt available to you personally, you may want to swap that out to reduce your interest cost and improve liquidity within your business. Those are things that you can do that will help improve your situation. So this is my thought to you. Don't let debt control your financial future. Be intentional. Be strategic. Make debt work for you. Because if you do that, you're going to be achieving those goals that you set for yourself, that you're working on an ongoing basis. Mr. Mayor, welcome. Thank you very much. Hi, Ethel. It's good to see you. It's good to see you on here. So, like I said, make debt work for you. So something that you can do, if you have any concerns or worries around debt or your personal finances or your business finances, and you think I'll be able to provide some thoughts, you can leave a comment wherever you are watching this, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or LinkedIn. You can leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll be following up with them in the course of the day and responding accordingly. It's been an amazing morning sharing this with you. My name is Dr. Ayodele-Bamisaiye of Dexteritas Professional Corporation. From reaching you from here in Calgary, our offices here in Calgary, Alberta. I'm always excited to do this, and I look forward to coming back to you again next week Friday morning. Enjoy the rest of the day and have a blessed one. Bye for now.